Yeah, I know, it's kind of a crazy title for a video given how this game was one of the most controversial games back when it launched. Last of Us Part 2 was heavily debated due to how its story was carried out, but one of its most unarguable positives was its incredible gameplay. As of recording this video, the new remake for The Last of Us Part 2 was released a day ago, and for me, personally, it made me fall in love with the game all over again. I wasn't a huge fan of the game back when it first launched. Reading all of the complaints and reviews made by toxic internet people made it very hard for me to make my own opinion on the game. People didn't like the beginning due to the death of a big character from the first game, and they also just hated the story overall. However, after playing the new remake years later, I gained a completely new view on the game. Yeah, some of the story plotlines still bug me, but the gameplay is incredible, and I completely overlooked it back in the day. Going back in the campaign in a fresh new save, I had an absolute blast shooting various infected and factions alike. The new remaster brings in the PS5 DualSense controller's haptic feedback and adaptive triggers to really draw out the responsiveness and immersion of that familiar gameplay that we saw before. The remake brings subtle graphical improvements to the original that truly make the game seem gorgeous. As if it wasn't before, I mean, let's be real, who didn't play the original and think, wow? And it's especially incredible given the fact that it ran on the PS4. It was truly a graphical masterpiece back then, and it's even more so now. But Naughty Dog didn't just stop at the graphics and gameplay improvement. One of the most notable features, and by far my favorite, is the new No Return mode. A new roguelike mode where you shoot your way through hordes of zombies and take out groups of wolves and seraphites. It plays out like how any roguelike would, however it's done by selecting your path via a plot board in the hideout or hub area that you go to between missions to unlock upgrades and stock up. Each mission you can select has a different scenario, such as Assault where you basically kill enemies either stealthily or head on. The enemy types can vary between the two factions or the infected. Each mission is split up into 3 waves, where in between the waves you can heal up and gather supplies that are scattered around the map. There are also other scenarios like Hunted, where the enemies know your location right off the bat and you need to fight them off. And a final boss fight, which you get to at the end of each run, alongside of a few other things that you unlock through completing challenges. Challenges are basically tasks that you complete to unlock various gameplay tweaks, mission types, and most importantly characters as well. And yes, you can also play as a few different characters, each with their own skill proficiencies and starter weapons. The skill proficiencies can be what gear they can craft and how they approach combat. Some characters are more oriented towards stealth, such as Jesse, while others like Dina are more oriented towards blowing stuff up. Some characters might have trade-offs in terms of how they can fight, such as Tommy, who can't dodge, but he has higher melee damage, as well as their playstyles. Characters all come with their own starter weapons, some being more unique than others. An example of this is Tommy, who starts off with a completely unique sniper that can't be modified at the bench. And yes, Tommy is my favorite because of how insane the sniper is. I love it. There's a progression path that requires you to play as each character in order to complete various missions, which help you to unlock new characters and even gameplay improvements. And it doesn't quite end there either, as there is something for my fellow guitarists out there as well. I guess it's also for people who are too intimidated to play the guitar in real life, but trust me, it's a good hobby, you should try learning it sometime. The remaster comes with another bonus feature where you can just sit there and play the guitar, like you do in the campaign. It's a nice bonus feature where you can change who you play it as, what guitar or banjo you play, and what effects you want and what backdrop you would want as well. To finish it up, they also added a few new additional accessibility options that can be accessed within the game settings. And that about sums it up from the new Last of Us Part 2 remaster, and if you would like my opinion, or if you simply haven't played the game or maybe you want to go back and replay it, I would highly recommend picking up this remaster. It's $40 USD for anyone without the PS4 version, but if you have the PS4 version, it's only a $10 upgrade, and I think that price is justified given the addition of the no return mode. And with that, I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.